guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to part 3 of a 3-parter of a documentary on George Jones. And this is a deep, penetrating look. It's courtesy of a gift from GW, George Woodruff, who is George Jones's worldwide #1 fan. So GW, thank you, my friend, for this. And you said that this is the most honest documentary about George Jones I've ever found. It's George Jones from Possum to Icon. And I did get it on Country Music Spotlight's channel, so I'm putting the link down below. This is going in the documentary series playlist. And each of the 3 episodes or parts that I've got from this, I've put the link to their channel because they have some really good stuff over there. And they did a deep dive. They did a lot. They put a lot of time into making this one. So folks, if you happen to see this, thank you for this. But the link is down below. And now we're going to do part 3. And we had left off where George didn't know he was supposed to show affection to other human beings and love to them and all that stuff. He said he was saving that for his songs. Now we're going to see where we take off from here.
I didn't know you were supposed to show that you love person to person. I guess I always wanted to, but I didn't know how. The only way I could would be to do it in a song. Years later, he commented to the Christian Broadcasting Network, Scott Ross, about himself. I think you're mad at yourself. I think that you're saying to yourself, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve those fans. You don't deserve making this money. And you're mad at yourself. And you beat up on yourself by drinking and losing friends that won't put up with that. It's just one terrible big mess you make out of your life. Jones never understood why people would pay to hear him sing. His run of hits also continued in the early 1980s, with the singer charting I'm Not Ready Yet, Same Old Me, backed by the Oak Ridge Boys, Still Doing Time, Tennessee Whiskey, We Didn't See a Thing, a duet with Ray Charles, and I Always Get Lucky With You, which was Jones's last #1 in 1984. In 1981, Jones met Nancy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, a 34-year-old divorcee from Mansfield, Louisiana. Nancy's positive impact on Jones's life and career cannot be overstated. She eventually cleaned up his finances, kept him away from his drug dealers, and managed his career. Jones always gave her complete credit for saving his life. Nancy, who did not drink, explained to Nick Torshus in 1994, he was drinking, but he was fun to be around. It wasn't love at first sight or anything like that, but I saw what a good person he was deep down, and I couldn't help caring about him. Jones managed to quit cocaine, but went on a drunken rampage in Alabama in the fall of 1983. By that time, though, physically and emotionally exhausted, he really did want to quit drinking. In March 1984 in Birmingham, Alabama, at the age of 52, Jones performed his first sober show since the early 1970s.
Wow.
All my life it seems I've been running from something, he told the United Press International in June. If I knew what it was, maybe I could run in the right direction. But I always seemed to end up going the other way. Jones began making up many of the dates he had missed, playing them for free to pay back promoters, and began opening his concerts with No Show Jones, a song he had written with Glenn Martin.
G-Dubs, you were one of the ones who had gotten stood up by George. You went to see him and he didn't show. And you're still George Jones is the Possum's worldwide #1 fan, which is a complete testament to you, my friend.
Poked fun at himself and other country singers. Jones always stressed that he was not proud of the way he treated loved ones and friends over the years, and was ashamed of disappointing his fans when he missed shows, telling Billboard in 2006, "I know it hurt my fans in a way, and I've always been sad about that. It really bothered me for a long time."
Good.
Mostly sober for the rest of the 1980s, Jones consistently released albums with Cheryl producing, including Shine On, Jones Country, You've Still Got a Place in My Heart, Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes, Wine-Colored Roses, an album Jones would tell Jolene Downs in 2001 was one of his personal favorites, Too Wild, Too Long, and One Woman Man. Jones' video for his 1985 hit, Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes, won the CMA Award for Video of the Year.
It got blocked.
Billy Sherrill makes a cameo as the bus driver.
Yep. Right in the beginning. It got blocked. I was bummed.
In 1990, Jones released his last proper studio album on Epic, You Ought to Be Here With Me.
That's
Although
me!
The album featured several...
Whoa! That's me! They grabbed my image for this video. Oh, did you know that? Holy cow. Look. I can't believe it. Oh, this is a full circle thing. This is awesome.
Including the lead single, Hell Stays Open All Night Long, and the Roger Miller penned title song. The single did poorly, and Jones made the switch to MCA, ending his relationship with Cheryl and what was now Sony Music after 19 years. His first album with MCA, And Along Came Jones, was released in 1991 and backed by MCA's powerful promotion team and producer Kyle Leaning, who had produced a string of hit albums for Randy Travis. The album sold better than his previous one had. However, two singles, You Couldn't Get the Picture and She Loved a Lot in Her Time, a tribute to Jones's mother Clara, did not crack the top 30 on the charts. As Jones lost favor with country music radio, as the format was altered radically during the 1990s. His last album to have any significant radio airplay was in 1992's Walls Can Fall, which featured the novelty song Finally Friday and I Don't Need Your Rocking Chair, a testament to his continued vivaciousness in old age. Despite the lack of radio airplay, Jones continued to record and tour throughout the 1990s and was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame by Randy Travis in 1992. In 1996, Jones released his autobiography, I Live to Tell It All, with Tom Carter, and the irony of his long career was not lost on him, with the singer writing in its preface, I also know that a lot of my show business peers are going to be angry after reading this book. So many have worked so hard to maintain their careers. I never took mine seriously, and yet it's flourishing.
I got to get that book. Fun Ronnie goes from Loretta to this one. Oh, and I think the answer to your question, now that I think of it, I think I got Loretta's second book because she started out in it saying, that's right, that there were things left undone in the first book, which I didn't get that one. I started with the second book, still reading it, but I think I'm going to have to get this one of George's next.
He also pulled no punches about his disappointment in the direction country music had taken, devoting a full chapter to the changes in the country music scene of the 1990s that had him removed from radio playlists in favor of younger generation of pop-influenced country stars. Despite his absence from the country charts during this time, latter-day country superstars such as Garth Brooks, Randy Travis, Alan Jackson, and many others often paid tribute to Jones, while expressing their love and respect for his legacy as a true country legend who paved the way for their own success. while Jones remained committed to pure country. He worked with the top producers and musicians of the day, and the quality of his work remained high. Some of his significant performances included I Must Have Done Something Bad, Wild Irish Rose, Billy Be Bad, a sarcastic jab at country music's establishment trendsetters, 1,000 Times a Day, When the Last Curtain Falls, and the novelty song High Tech Redneck, Jones' most popular song in his later years, was Choices, the first single from his 1999 studio album Cold Hard Truth. A video was made for the song, and Jones won another Grammy for Best Male Country Vocal Performance. The song was at the center of controversy when the Country Music Association invited Jones to perform it on the awards show, but required that he perform an abridged version. Jones refused and did not attend the show. Alan Jackson was disappointed with the association's decision, and halfway through his own performance during the show, he signaled to his band and played part of Jones's song in protest. On March 6, 1999, Jones was involved in an accident when he crashed his sport utility vehicle near his home. He was taken to the Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where he was released 2 weeks later. In May of that year, Jones pleaded guilty to drunk driving charges related to the accident. In his memoirs published 3 years earlier, Jones admitted that he sometimes had a glass of wine before dinner, and that he still drank beer occasionally, but insisted, "I don't squirm in my seat," fighting the urge for another drink, and speculated, "Perhaps I'm not a true alcoholic, in the modern sense of the word. Perhaps I was just an old-fashioned drunk." The crash was a significant turning point, as he explained to Billboard in 2006. "When I had that wreck, I made up my mind. It put the fear of God in me. No more smoking, no more drinking. I didn't have to have no help. I made up my mind to quit. I don't crave it." After the accident, Jones went on to release the Gospel Collection in 2003, for which Billy Sherrill came out of retirement to produce. He appeared at a televised Johnny Cash memorial concert in Jonesboro, Arkansas in 2003, singing Big River with Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson. In 2008, Jones received the Kennedy Center honors along with Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey of The Who, Barbra Streisand, Morgan Freeman, and Twyla Tharp. President George W. Bush disclosed that he had many of Jones's songs on his iPod. Jones also served as judge in 2008 for the 8th Annual Independent Music Awards to support independent artists' careers, and Rolling Stone named him number 43 in their 100 Greatest Singers of All Time issue. An album titled Hits I Missed and Ones I Didn't, in which he covered hits he had passed on, as well as remakes of his own He Stopped Loving Her Today, would be released as his final studio album. In 2012, Jones received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. On March 29, 2012, Jones was taken to the hospital with an upper respiratory infection. Months later, on May 21st, Jones was hospitalized again for his infection and was released 5 days later. On August 14, 2012, Jones announced his farewell tour, the Grand Tour, with scheduled stops at 60 cities. His final concert was held in Knoxville at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum on April 6, 2013. Jones was scheduled to perform his final concert at the Bridgestone Arena on November 22, 2013. However, on April 18, 2013, Jones was taken to VUMC for a slight fever and irregular blood pressure. His concerts in Alabama and Salem were postponed as a result. Following 6 days in intensive care at VUMC, Jones died on April 26, 2013, at age 81. According to Boot.com, his wife, Nancy, described his final words. "We were standing at the foot of his bed, and George just hadn't said nothing, and all of a sudden he opened his eyes, and I was fixing to go towards him, and the doctor kind of held me back. And George said, 'Well, hello there. I've been looking for you. My name's George Jones.' Within moments, the 81-year-old was gone. He closed his eyes, and that was the end of it." Nancy Jones explains, "So, in my heart, I know he was talking to God." With that, we lost a legend. George Jones was buried in Woodlawn Cemetery in Nashville. His death made headlines all over the world. Many country stations, as well as a few of the other formats, such as oldies and classic hits, abandoned or modified their playlist and played his songs throughout the day. The week after Jones's death, He Stopped Loving Her Today re-entered the Hot Country Song at number 21. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Sure would help us out a lot with YouTube.
Yeah. Well, Nancy Jones, she wrote an autobiography, or a biography. Or maybe it was an autobiography, but it was like, I think it was titled like My Life with George Jones, or Memories of My Life with George Jones, something like that. But so much going on there in his life. But I love the amount that they did, but I still can't believe that they grabbed a screenshot of me doing a reaction. And this posted 4 years ago, so they would have grabbed it maybe from 6 years ago, whatever the reaction was. That it just brightened my day, GW. And I don't even think you knew I was in there, but now we do. But as far as George goes and his various accidents and what that meant to him, and how Nancy loved him, and he just considered himself, maybe I was just a good old-fashioned drunk versus, say, like an alcoholic. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say he wasn't an alcoholic because of 40 years worth of hard driving every day, getting on a lawnmower to go get your booze. Maybe he has this intense entrepreneurial spirit in which nobody's going to tell me what to do. So maybe it wasn't the alcohol driving him, but that no one's going to tell me I can't do what I want to do. I feel like having a drink. I'm hopping on the tractor or the lawnmower. Honda made a lawnmower. This is just an aside. This would have helped him get to the bar faster if he wanted to, or kill himself. Honda made a lawnmower that would go 130 miles an hour. And it's just a novelty item that they made. I don't think anybody bought one. I don't think they ever sold one, but it went really, really fast. I don't know how good a job it would have done on the lawn, but it's probably a good thing George didn't know about that, or it didn't exist then. But G-dubs, wonderful, wonderful stuff. I bet you can relate to a lot of the stuff in here. I think you've been to George's gravesite and all that. And, the fact that he went to Vandy Medical Center, of course, because if you're in Nashville, that's where you're going to go for the most part. I don't know if Meharry has one. They know they have a med school, but all that said, it was just fantastic. So, guys, that's going in the documentary series playlist, yet again, courtesy of George Jones's worldwide #1 fan, George Woodruff. All right, George, thank you so much. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.